Hello, my name's Patrick. Welcome to my show. For the rest of you, I'm saying hi. I'm sorry. I don't have this planned out right, but this is a different computer, and I might be using it in the future because it's just easier to use. I can use the better softwares like all the other ones. They're not hard for me to use, they're all kind of like the same. But I have my puppy here next to me, and he looks just like my last dog. And that's the scene in my neighborhood. It's changing, and I haven't figured it all out yet. What's going on? But we have dreams on it. Now, I had a dream 2 nights ago, and that's the point of this video. I wanted to get it out because it may affect some of you differently. But basically, I was in China, and I was told that it's in free fall right now. It's collapsing. China is collapsing. And I saw the street level. I guess I might have astral traveled there, and I was seeing it. There was more to it. Kind of kept going on, but that's the gist of it. And I don't know how that's going to affect us, United States, or how it's going to affect uh, you personally. You have to think about it a little bit. I don't know what it means, other than I know all the ports are filled up with container ships that are packed with goods, and they've kind of like had an emergency uh, talking with China the last couple of days. I don't, so that's interesting, isn't it? I don't know if it benefits the United States to have China collapse. Probably just not economically, but in all ways. And the point of the dream is, the last couple of years I said the Chinese economy was not doing well. That's what the dowsing said. It was always like a -8, -9. And I think the point of the dream was saying, no, it's really serious now. We're really in a serious situation. And if China collapses, all sorts of repercussions, like it'll be more warlike, because that's what you do. When your economy is bad, go to war, get the people to think about something else. And Z went up and saw Putin. So everybody's talking. And I don't even know, I don't even have Z as being in charge. He's a puppet already. That's been since, I think it was August. You remember he had a heart attack or a stroke. It was in public. It was at a banquet or something. And he grabbed his heart. And no one said anything. I think he was in a coma for about a month. This is just me, all right? This is just my dowsing at the time. And so now it's him or it's a double. And they use these doubles because they're not ready to show their hand about what's going on behind the scenes. And there are other things going on too. They had, I saw one commentator, she was Chinese. She's been in the States for a while, and she thought the three old guys on the Politburo, or whatever they want to call it, they had the power. They struck back at Z for humiliating that man before, you remember the whole 5,000 people watching. And pretty much somebody came and said, you got to go in front of everyone. So that's playing out. And I think this is real time. I don't know if it benefits the United States to have China collapse like totally. And I think I'm thinking about right now in a way, So we used, I'm sure, and I doused it many times. Trump doesn't coming up with these numbers. All right, these are all almost artificial intelligence saying it. Now, I always got the Chinese version of artificial intelligence really isn't any good. It's like low-level stuff. And the models that the Pentagon uses and everything, and it's similar, they had the Jade Helm type war games, and it was all artificial intelligence. They were practicing. But they have other things similar, and they know the repercussions of these tariffs. Like, they've been doing them for years. They know what to do. They know what China can do. China can do nothing. And the leadership, they don't know what to do. They don't understand capitalism to a point. You know what I mean? And that's part of the problem. They misinterpreted. They thought, well, we'll just put our trade on. No, you're the one who has an economy totally dependent on trade with the United States. It's a one-way street. And we don't want to lose China per se, but we need to take them down a peg and to bring peace to the, that's what it's going to take. They were getting too strong. And so they implemented this war game. Basically, it's a computer driven. And that's why Trump did 125% or 200%. And they saw what had happened. Instantly, trade stopped. The ports backed up. It happened the day he did the tariff on China. Everything stopped. It was just, they didn't know what to do. And it took like a week to kind of take it in. They knew it was coming. It wasn't like they don't know that. They didn't realize they had zero power. And the United States probably looked down with their war games down a few years, like 5 years, 8 years, and they have China's going to be stronger and will be able to win the war. Right now, I don't have them winning any war. If they want to go to war with the United States, that's the Chinese military. Xi does not want to do that. And if you go to war with Taiwan, they may or may not win. They don't win. I don't understand it. They have like a huge army. A lot of their equipment just doesn't work. Running military hardware, things break down on the ocean when you're out in the sea. If it's going to go wrong, it goes wrong in the sea. And I've been out on boats many times doing survey work and things, and everything breaks down in the ocean. The salt water, and it's kind of dangerous. Things are kind of flying around and stuff. And I never got dangerous, but I would go into the water. I did that. I could free dive down to like 12 feet and pick up a brick and bring it up. And and the other people were younger at the time. What I wanted to say, though, I wanted to get back to this. This was what they're doing, what Trump is doing, is all been analyzed to death. They know what they're doing, and they have a goal. I'm not 100% sure. What is Trump's goal? Does he want to just crush China completely? Well, right now, it is on free fall. It's collapsing as of 2 days ago. And it'll be interesting. Trump comes out of nowhere and says, we're talking with China. I don't think they want a total collapse, because then you're going to have all these starving people. And part of, we have given China a lot of food, and it might come in again. Like, what are they thinking, the Chinese? Well, we'll put 45%, whatever it was, tariff on pork that's going to be imported. Well, that's stupid. That's an import. You're just passing on the cost of food to your people. You never do that. You never do. There's like rules of thumb. You don't, and that's their meat, protein. So it's really, I'm not an inside guy. I don't have like inside people like Alex Jones or someone. This is just me generating these dreams, and they're for the people. They want to let the people know what's happening. So when you start seeing things change, now this whole thing about empty shelves and stuff, that doesn't mean it's going to happen. A lot of people get on and go, I got it inside with the CIA, and we know this is going to happen. And notice nothing happens, because a lot of these people don't have it. If you go to source, you go to God, you go to archangels, you'll know everything. You'll know everything, and they'll help you and they'll protect you. And what about the new pope? Okay, I've done it a couple of times. When people become president of the United States or the pope, when you get things like that, you change. The office changes the person. So a lot of this is, we don't know how he changed. He's going to have an opportunity, this pope, to reevaluate who he is. And don't forget, when he's anointed and things like that, it's the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is Jesus, right? In the spirit realm, or Sananda, if you're another guy. So let's do this real quick. How will this Pope be for the Catholic Church? Okay. I got really bad. When I first did this, I thought he could be good, but some things happened. And he's only been Pope for a couple of days. Okay, show me the next 6 months for this Pope. And I think I know what his problem is going to be. -10. How about the next 2 years? -10. Theology. So right now, the old Pope, he changed all the theology, right? Vatican II. It's just the cardinals got together and they rewrote the church, all the doctrine and things. Well, a lot of it was actually good, like Gregorian chants. Where's the Gregorian chants? I don't want to sing guitar players singing Michael Rowe ashore. You need spirit to come into you. You need it. And Gregorian chants will push out demons. That's just the way it is. And they push them out of the buildings. Like Notre Dame has like 5 demons in it right now. I was going to take them out. I might have. I forgot. I tried. The St. Peter's Basilica. I've been in St. Peter's many times. It's just an awesome church. It's just huge. And Rome, in that section, you can walk from, it's kind of a long walk. It's a hike, really. You go from Rome to the Colosseum. You go to the train station. You can walk to those things. Old Rome is kind of nice, and the rest of Rome is just like, boring, just like any other city. So what was I going to check? I was going to, this Pope. So show me this Pope in 3 years, what he's doing to the church. Okay. What is he doing in the next 6 months? What is he doing to the United States and West? -10. Is this was he placed there? Was he moved there by powerful figures? Yes. You know that he's similar to J.D. Vance in a way. And I don't know what J.D. Vance is put there by some military intelligence agency. It's obvious. He's very smart. He handles himself really well. And he was almost shoved down Trump's throat to be president again. So he's bringing J.D. Vance in. J.D.'s taking over. And, is J.D. Vance going to be president of the United States? Yes. Yes. Because we're going to run into a lot of earth changes and stuff, and we're going to have that. And, okay, let's go back to this Pope. So what is it vis-a-vis the United States? How is this Pope going to be? Vis-a-vis Donald Trump, how is he going to be? It's all -9 and stuff, -10. He's going to attack. And you got to realize Pope Leo the 13th, who was a phenomenal guy, he's the one who started talking about social issues. And a lot of these priests who went to South America back in the 70s and 80s, mostly the 70s, but they call it revolution theology. You remember that? Revolution theology. And basically, it's social causes. It's priests that are focused on social causes like injustice, labor unions, and all that sort of thing. Bringing equity to the poor. Now, both Buddha and Jesus said, almost word for word, they said there'll always be poor. There will always be poor. And they do it as a reprimand, like, you're not going to change it. You're not going to change it. You can change the economy, and look what it got. Che Guevara, and they ruined everything. They sort of like, communism is everyone's poor except for the guys on the top. So, and we could discuss this a long time. I didn't want to get into that, but you can't realize, I don't see any shift away from, he could talk about social issues, but the church is supposed to be about, and this goes with the Protestants too, of bringing spirit into your life. Talking about, revolution theology, which is like nonsense, is not going to bring that to you. It's not going to change your individual life. And primarily, the church is supposed to be a bridge for your spiritual life to the church. And again, this is Protestant as well. and some of the Protestant preachers are just awesome, and a lot are not. A lot, geez, I don't know. A lot of people, and they, uh, I don't know what to say. It's just like you're trying to find the golden nuggets of Christianity and Buddhism and bring them into your life. And I have I have rated all the religions. Have I put it up? No, I'm not going to put it up. Some of them are just outright Satanism. The whole religion is Satanism, and they use black magic, sorcery, witchcraft. It's just mind-boggling, and I'm getting it like in the last couple of weeks. Somebody broke my gate down. They threw sorcery on outside the house, outside the gates. It was a piece of like paper towel, or it had goo on it, and they made a knot. See, the knot is binding, and but I think it's going to. So I said, I put the Our Father on it. Just simple things. Twice bless it. Move Jesus Christ to remove it. The blood of Jesus, and it's gone. I can tell it's gone. I neutered it and thrown it in the garbage can and sent it on its way. But they're still around here. They're very angry that they lost this battle, and so that I didn't want to get on too many tracks. These are things to be aware of, and God, I just did that Pope thing again. I'm sorry. I wish I had a better one, but give him time. This is the essence of why he was picked. He was a nobody. He was picking bishops. He would recruit. He would pick out who's going to be a bishop. Well, they're picking all the really communists. They're communists. Some of those priests are communists, and I don't know what we're going to do about. He could be the Fatima prophecy, which the last one supposedly, yes, probably no one knows to a point. It's closely guarded, but people claim they have seen it. And the one, even the sister that lived on, the two other children died. The one that lived on in the 70s, I believe, or 60s, 70s, and other people have talked about it. Looked like they flipped her. They switched. They put a double in. Can you believe that? A nun. They put a double in, and she the new one. They know when it happened. She started changing the prophecy in a way, and the Fatima prophecy is about the last one. The first prophecy is about World War I and World War II, and a couple of them were talking about use the rosary, bring Mary into your life, and that's the feminine. Buddhism has Kuai Yin, and there's always a balance, and a lot of the present day priests, everybody moving over to Mary. Looks like, and that's the feminine. And you want results in your physical life from your spiritual life, and somewhat. I want to see repercussions from my prayers and my thing. So don't forget, China is in real time right now of this day, 2 days, last 3 days, is collapsing. And I think this is a totality. I don't know what to expect, how it's going to impact the United States as the average American. They can cut a deal and just start shipping everything and fill up the shelves again and things like that. Are the shelves going to go empty? And I always had this as no. And 99% of the internet, all the experts saying it's going empty. They're saying it over and over and over. They're spreading the fear. And they go, not necessarily. They can cut a deal and make it more equal, the relationship. That's what I'm saying. Okay. We did that. And anything else I want? Just so much. Isn't there going around? And the war in the Ukraine, Russia could have ended this war within 2 months. That I got. Even when I heard the war, I said it can end in 2 months. Something, I don't know all the things. Everything's hidden for us. But they're not willing to lose too many troops. Their country's population is only 140, 144 or something, 143. And all the countries like Russia, what whole Western civilization, including China, the population is just diving. And it's what we said day one here, whenever I said it, 2015, uh, the populations are not going up, they're going down. And you didn't hear that for like 5, 6, 7, 8 years. And then all of a sudden, oh, the population's going down. No one's having children. Yeah, God's in control. The population is going down. And then you got that Deagle guy. Remember that? He said the United States is going to go down to 99 million people. That's what and they put it out as foreshadowing. That's part of ceremony. They have to tell you. But they're making it look like, oh, we're the all-knowing, we're the Illuminati, and we decide. They don't decide anything. The only way the population goes down like that is volcanoes and earthquakes and tidal waves, and we're broken off communication-wise and trade between each other. And I always say this: these things are not written in stone. The higher realms of the galactic, of the all the angels, the archangels, they decide, not man, and especially not any Illuminati nobodies who are just going around torturing puppy dogs. Can you believe it? They have no power. They're just spreading misery, and this is their end game. So that's part of why it's confusing. It's the end game of this evil that's been interfering in our soul growth, and it has to stop. It's going to stop. And it's probably some of the things I'm going through with these neighborhood drug dealers and everything else. Okay? So think about how will the collapse of China do. So it's going to be harder to stop right now. If we are actively collapsing China, I'm talking politically, socially, economically, their money. It's been going on. It's been a slow downward spiral for about a year and a half. Now it's just saying it's outright collapsing right in front of you. It was showing me the streets of like Beijing or something, and which I think was just telling me this is what it appeared. Okay, thank you, and I wish you well. Summer's coming. Get out and get some sunshine. That's important. Sunshine, but not too much. God bless you all. Thank you. Bye-bye. All right.